What's good, all my trader and investor homies? It's your boy Kevin. This is Touchdown Trades, home of your trading BFF and your stock market bestie. Less than 2 weeks ago, we did a video on this channel where I talked about why I believed a lot of the EV penny stocks, a lot of the top EV penny stocks were too expensive. I said that the overreaction, the influx of FOMO into the EV penny stocks had caused a lot of them to become overpriced. Well, just a couple days later, less than 2 weeks later, I think a lot of those same stocks are now too cheap. There are a lot of good deals, a lot of EV penny stocks that I think are flat out too cheap right now because of the overreaction in the EV market. The EV market is very reactive, it's fast, it's volatile. One day, a stock will be up 30%, and then a week later, it's back down lower than where it started. If you can play the overreactions, get in at the bottom, get in when there's a big dip, and then sell on the overreaction, the upside, you can make a lot of money swing trading and short-term investing in EV stocks. In today's video, we're gonna talk about some of my favorite EV penny stocks right now. They've crashed, they've fallen off of a cliff, and we're gonna swoop in, we're gonna take the overreaction, and we're gonna ride it back up. If you're new to the channel, here at Touchdown Trades, we break down the hottest stocks in the market every single day, so consider subscribing. And I only ask for one favor every video, and that's to like the button. All right, guys, let's break down these EV penny stocks that, in my opinion, are too cheap and offer huge potential. Let's get it. Webull is offering 4 free stocks when you sign up with the link in the description and deposit just $100. Those 4 free stocks will be valued up to $1,600. Check them out. All right, guys, so the last video we did on these EV penny stocks, I talked about how the FOMO had came into this sector and that we needed to be very, very careful because any bad news, any type of pullback in the overall sector would cause these stocks that are up 3, 4, 500% in just a few weeks to fall off a cliff, and that's exactly what happened. But I think the reaction is an overreaction, and we can use it and capitalize on it to make some pretty quick profit on a lot of these top EV penny stocks. Look at this ticker, SOLO. We'll start off with that one. Solo Electromechanica. They make a small EV vehicle, a 3-wheeled little vehicle that I think would be very good for getting around urban environments, tight spaces, getting around traffic in big cities. Okay, so this stock had made a huge, and I mean huge, move from under $3 a share all the way up to almost $14 a share. But if we take a look at the chart, we noticed there is a pattern. History tends to repeat itself, and this chart is a prime example. So this SOLO, anytime there's an overreaction either way, it gets bought back up or it gets oversold, right? We get a move from under $1 a share all the way up to almost $4.50. Then we sell all the way back down under $2 a share, and then we bounce right back up, and then we pull back down, rip back up to over $6 a share. Then we get a couple months of just sideways action, and then we take back off. And now we are in the phase of selling off, and we've given back more than 50% of that move from this area. So we've given back 50% of that move, right? And I think this overreaction, even though maybe this price right now, we're trading at a price that the numbers don't add up, right? The ratios don't add up. This stock maybe isn't worth $7, $8 a share long term, but you just went from $14 all the way to $6.85. There may be an investment there, short-term swing trade, short-term investment from the $5.90 level back up towards $9 a share. History has shown that this stock, when it gets sold off too much, when it's oversold, it bounces hard to the upside. When it's overbought, it pulls back hard to the downside. And right now we're oversold, and I think there could be a nice rebound back towards $9 a share. From a financial standpoint, this stock is a market cap of $550 million on sales of less than $1 million. So is this company worth $550 million? Not today, it's not, right? Not today, It's not, no way. But is there going to be a big market for a small compact EV vehicle in the future? Sure, I believe that. And maybe Solo will capitalize on it. They'll be able to be a benefactor of that niche market. But we don't know that. And I think long term, $7, $8 a share is too expensive on these numbers. And if we get new information, new sales numbers come out and they look better, then that's a different story. But short term, I think we have a nice swing trade back towards $9 a share. That's ticker number 1, SOLO. Stock number 2 is a penny stock, a Chinese EV penny stock that I've talked about in previous videos and stated how much I like this stock because of how cheap it was trading based on comparisons, based on peers in the sector. This is KNDI, Candy Technologies. In this thing, we called it out right here, under $10 a share, and it ran up all the way to $17.50. It has since crashed. A short seller, Hindenburg Research, came out and said that their numbers were bogus, that the sales really weren't there, and they were doctoring the books. The same short seller that nailed Nikola came out and said this about KNDI. We'll talk about the short report in a second, but it dropped from about $18 all the way to $7 per share. KNDI makes these small, compact EV vehicles, and they're a very unique company because they are established, they do have sales, and they are doing business right now in both China and the United States. That is very hard to come by. Very few auto manufacturers, and let alone EV auto manufacturers, are doing business in both China and the United States. That's one of the main reasons that I've stayed away from NIO, is because I think it's going to be hard for NIO to get into the United States. KNDI has already done that. But we got a big problem, and that's that Hindenburg Research came out and said that KNDI has been doctoring the books. They've been reporting fake sales. Now, KNDI came out and said that the short report is inaccurate, that it's a load of BS, and that Hindenburg has opened up a short position. So Hindenburg did get some street cred for nailing Nikola right on the head. They did get Nikola right. So there is some word out there that maybe Hindenburg is overplaying their hand here and that they're just trying to offer some market manipulation, catch a quick short trade, nail the top, buy it back lower for a quick profit. So if the short report is true, then this stock is too expensive. But if it's not all the way true, then we're looking at a good deal. We're looking at a really good deal. It has a market cap of under $700 million on sales of over $100 million. For an EV startup, for an EV penny stock, that is very cheap. Compared to its peers, this is one of the cheapest EV stocks from a price to sales ratio that we have the opportunity to invest in right now. So I just want to reiterate that Hindenburg has been known to be a legit short seller, but I have a hard time believing that KNDI is so brazen after what happened with companies like Luckin Coffee that they're going to be able to doctor their books. There's no reason to, right? Why would they do that? If you're in the EV sector, it doesn't matter what your sales are. All stocks in the EV sector were going up 2, 3, 4, 500% with no sales. Why would they do that? I just don't understand. From a technical perspective, this chart is setting up beautifully for a short-term swing trade. We got the 200 EMA riding up towards $6 a share. We have tons of volume traded in this area. We know volume acts as support. So I'm going to be looking for this thing to bounce back up over $10, back towards $12 a share. If we get over $10 a share, we have tons of space back to the upside in that area. But we do need to be cognizant of the fact that there is rumors, there is talk from a short seller, and we do know that short sellers have a history of being fraudulent and sketchy. We need to keep our eyes on it, but if it comes out that it's not true, we have the opportunity to buy this thing at a very, very discounted price, and I'm watching this thing like a hawk. Another one of my favorites, Blink Charging, not really a penny stock anymore, but just look at the chart. Overreaction to the upside, overreaction down. Overreaction up, overreaction down, and it just continues. And then we got the explosion from under $10 up to $35, and then we pulled back to $20 a share. So I think we're in the overreaction down phase. I think this stock is too cheap long term. Short term, we've just made a huge move. Maybe we need some time to digest that move. But long term, I think this is a company that is too cheap. I think this is a $50 stock in 2 or 3 years. So I'm using this as a buying opportunity. If we get back under 20, I'm buying up. I would love to buy down here at this support at the $15, $16 area. So I have a buy zone from like $18 to $15, watching it really hard. All right, let's talk about some of the penny stocks, the EV penny stocks that I think that we should stay away from, that I'm personally staying away from. Number 1, RC Moto, ticker FUV. This thing is a day trader's favorite, and what happens is these day traders, they get involved, they get stuck, they bag hold, and the stock will sell off for the next month or so. And I think that's what's going on right here. We had a big move up from under $6 all the way up to $20. We had a big, huge move up from under $6 all the way to $20 a share, and then the rug fell out and this thing came crashing back down. I think this stock is too extended at this level, $10 a share. Sure, there may be a quick bounce swing trade there for the taking using that bottom right here as your risk, but I'd be very careful not to get stuck in this ticker FUV. Another one that I want to stay away from is this CBAT, CBAT Energy. This thing is in trouble, I think. I think it's too expensive, but if you're just looking to swing trade it, all of these are offering swing trade setups. You just need to be able to set your plan before you buy. Always have a plan, especially with these volatile EV penny stocks. Have a plan. Have a buy zone, have a stop loss, have a profit target. And realize that tickers like this, CBAT, and what was the other one we just talked, FUV, those are not long-term investments in my opinion. Sure, maybe Blink Charging long-term, I like it long-term. Sure, maybe KNDI long-term, but those are real companies. This CBAT, FUV, those are not real companies. If you want to swing trade it, be very careful, respect your stop, and if it goes against you, get out of the way. So another reason these EV penny stocks have had a rough couple days is NIO, right? NIO, one of the leaders in the EV sector. The House passed a bill threatening to delist a bunch of Chinese stocks, including NIO. A stock like KNDI, which is a Chinese-based EV company, took a big hit because of that, as well as the short report. So there are multiple factors leading to this sell-off that we've seen in these penny stocks. And I think we need to take advantage of the overreaction to both directions, right? I made a video when when they were all too expensive and said be careful. This is an overreaction. The upside, FOMO has taken charge, and now everybody's sold off. There's panic selling, and I think it's an overreaction to the downside, and we need to take advantage of it. So just do your research, set a plan, your profit target, your stop loss, your buy zone, and respect the plan. If you don't respect the plan, you're in big, big trouble. You're going to the principal's office. If you don't respect the plan, you will go to the principal's office. All right, guys, that's going to wrap things up. If you're not yet a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell and the like button. Just go down there and click all the buttons. Also, check out Webull. Link in the description. Click the link, deposit $100 or more, and you'll get 4 free stocks valued up to $1,600. You can't beat that deal. They are the legit best broker out there right now. Check them out. All right, guys, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Until next time, peace.